Hey buddies, so basically in today's GFG POTD we have a problem, unit number third, and it is a medium level problem. And as a problem given here, given an array of integers R where every element appears thrice except for one which occurs one. Find that elements which occurs once. So basically it is like related to our previous, that means yesterday problem and the day before yesterday problem. Okay, and it is like kind of a same problem as the day before yesterday problem. Like there also we have to find the unique elements in the given array. Here also we have to find the unique elements here, but in the yesterday problem we have to like insert in like in the yesterday problem we have like multiple elements which are having unique values, so there we have to insert it. So for that there we have created vector, but here it is just the problem which is like same as the day before yesterday problem. Okay, so let's understand the problem here first. So basically here our input value is like 1 10 1 1, and it is already mentioned in the question that here each value is like appears for 3 times. Okay, so we have to like looking for only those elements which are appearing for only just 1 times, or we can say it occurs for only 1 times. Okay, so in the given example here we can say that 10 is the only number which is appearing for only 1 times. Okay, so here we have to return 10. Okay, 10 occurs once in the array while the other elements one occurs thrice. Okay, similarly if we are talking about the second example here, so here we have 3 2 1 34 34 1 2 34 2 and 1. So by looking at this example here we can say that 3 is the only number which is like presenting at, which is having occurrence of only one. Rest all the numbers is having their pairs, or we can say that thrice. Like 2 is having repeating for 3 times, 1 is also repeating for 3 times, 34 is also repeating for 3 times. Okay, so here we have to return all those things. So here we have to solve this problem with the constants like array dot size must be like greater than equal to 1 and less than or equal to 10 power 5. And if I'm talking about array dot size, then it will be like modulus 3 is equal to 1. Okay, so here if I'm going to check about my time complexity, so here we have to solve the problem by using time complexity of order of n and auxiliary space of order of 1. That means we don't have to use any extra space here, and this question is like asked in Google. Okay, so it is kind of a easy problem. Don't check that it is a medium problem. I think it is a literally very much easy problem. And here first for talking about the topic text, so it is like based on array, mathematical bit, magic, data structures and algorithm. Okay, and yeah, these are the articles. So first of all I'm going to solve this problem as I've already told you yesterday's problem as well as the day before yesterday problem solutions. Here I am going to also solve those from first of all by using those brute force approach. Okay, so what will be my brute force approach? So there whatever I just done yesterday and the day before yesterday, I am going to solve it by the same approach first. Okay, so here unordered map. Here first of all I've created a map. Okay, and here defined the integer data types for because we have the integer data types values, okay, inside the array. And the second thing is again we have to define integer because we need to count those frequencies, okay, in integer type. Okay, then after that we have to create a map name, so we have created map. And then after that here we are going to sort array dot begin. Okay, once we have like sort it array dot begin, then array dot end. Okay, so yeah, like that. Then after that we can simply traverse it here. So for int I is equal to 0, I is less than array dot size, and then I plus plus. Okay, and then after that here what we will do, we will basically count the frequency. Okay, so here we count the frequency first. Okay, so we count the frequency first. So how we can count the frequency? Here whatever we have just taken unordered map, inside map we have to take array of I. That means whatever the elements is like presenting inside the array, we have to make their count and take the frequency. Once we have like taken this frequency, we need to check for those elements which occurs only for just 1 time. Okay, so again here I'm going to check for int I is equal to 0, I is less than array dot size, and then it will like I plus plus. Okay, and then after that here I'm going to check if my array of map of I, that means it is not actually array, this complete syntax like array of map of I is like basically representing the frequencies of an array. okay, frequencies of elements of an array. Okay, if it is like equal to 1, that means those elements which are having unique. Okay, then we need to return those particular element of the array, okay, which are unique. That means they don't have any pairs, or we can say that they are not appearing for 3 times. Okay, so we can simply return array of I. Okay, that means the unique element, and if it is not present inside the array, then we can simply return -1. Let's try to compile and run. So yeah, its execution is fine and it's working well. Okay, so basically this is like similar example or similar code, just for the same problem which I solved the day before yesterday. Okay, the same problem, they also I have to find it for the unique value first. Okay, it is like kind of same for, we can say that, unique element first. Okay, but here the problem is that this question is not optimized, as it is like also asked in Google, and here we have to solve this problem with an expected time complexity of order of n. But if I'm going to calculate this example time complexity, so here we are using another map. So here the time complexity will be like order of n log n, and then after that here I'm using a for loop of order of n time, which is basically used to traverse and used to store the count of the elements of the array. Then after it again we have used for loop. Okay, so it will be like the time complexity will be like order of n log n plus order of n plus order of n. So it will be like somewhere around order of n log n is will be the time complexity. But talking about the space complexity here, so here we actually using another map. So, and here also we actually going to store it inside the map, the frequencies. Okay, so here the space complexity is also going to be order of n. So here we have to solve this one by using time complexity of order of n, and auxiliary space is like order of 1. That means we don't have to use any extra spaces. Okay, so here what we will do, here we can minimize, or we can comment it out. Okay, this is the first approach by which we can solve this one. The second thing is, which is like really very simple, it's just 3 to 4 lines of code. Here we first of all we have to traverse it for int, or let's say if I'm saying that I, which is traversing inside the array. Okay, and then after that, but before that, here I'm also going to create one more. Let's say int answer is equal to 0, and then after that I can perform it by using bit manipulations, as it is also like mentioned in the question that we can solve this one using array mathematicals, bit magic, data structures and algorithms. So here what we will do, here we can simply store it our answer is equal to answer, and then here we can perform our XOR operations with our, we can say that, array of I. Okay, if I'm doing these things, actually I'm getting unique values by performing this line only. By this we get the unique element inside the array. Okay, inside the array. So let me check, and first of all we have to return answer. Okay, let me first of all check compile and run. Okay, so yeah, here compilation is completed. Let's try to submit it. Okay, so it throws an error, and what will be the error here? So basically your code output is 33 and its correct output is 3. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do here, answer is equal to answer. Okay, so let me do check. Okay, answer XOR is equal to array of I, and then we have to return the answer. Okay, let me do this thing again. Let's try to submit it again, and possibly code does not work correctly for multiple test cases. Okay, so I think what I am doing here, point I is equal to 0, and okay, so let me perform this one thing also. That means sort.array.begin.end, and let's try to submit it again. Okay, while doing these things I maybe get, okay, so again I'm getting error here, and Okay, so apparently I'm not going to figure out this problem. So first of all, I'm going to like comment out these things, and let's try to solve this. Okay, by using this way first. Okay, so let me uncomment this, and I have to first of all submit this one by using this way. Okay, like I'm going to check whether it is like working or not for this code. Okay, so it still does not work. Okay, so the problem is that unordered map. Okay, then sort array dot begin, array dot end. Okay, then again for int I equal 0 is less than array dot size, then I plus plus, and then after it first for I'm going to count the frequencies map of array of I, then plus plus, font I equal 0 is less than array dot size I plus plus, if map of. Okay, that's the main mistake which I have done here. Okay, so here it will be like if map of array of I. Okay, I'm going to check inside the map. Okay, then we have to return this thing. Okay, let's try to submit it by using this approach. I hope it will be submitted. Yeah, it is submitted. So yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for watching.